Happy Friday, everybody. My name is Priya Mohan. I am the owner of Sorry Not Sorry in Hamilton, Ontario. And what I love to do is find beautiful, vintage, pure silk saris that are so unbelievably, ridiculously soft and turn them into clothing that is size inclusive and age inclusive and amazing for travel and that inspires that inner child in you to want to twirl around and be a kid again, but still look like you're being an adult. So today, what we thought we would do, given that there are all of these Hallmark films out there and there's so much will they, won't they energy in the air, we thought it might be fun to put together some pieces that are not perfect matches. Now, a lot of times you see us put together pieces where we say, we can make 3 pieces of clothing out of one sari. Here's 2 of those pieces together as a match set. But what we've come to discover is that there are some great almost matches that you kind of think, will they, won't they? And sometimes they look great together and sometimes not so much. So today I asked Shefali, who is truly the mix master,
hey,
to put together some looks, because me, I'm like, if it doesn't match perfectly,
what am I gonna do?
I'll get the shakes or something.
So it's definitely a won't they in your
So Shefali has put together these incredible looks. And I have to say, I'm kind of loving them. So tonight is just another chill evening. Grab your tea, grab your coffee, grab whatever beverage makes you
grab
happy.
Your coffee at 8 p.m., guys.
Your decaf coffee. Yeah. Grab whatever beverage makes you happy and just sit back and let your inner child enjoy some beautiful, fun fabrics. So here we go. This is outfit number 1. And just so you guys know, it's fall, as we all know. And this that I am wearing here, this leggings, flat shoes, and a great long midi-length caftan, this is kind of my go-to. And if it's really cold out, I'll wear it with boots because every building I go into is so ridiculously hot. And I wear my winter coat when I'm outside. So this gives me enough coverage that I feel warm enough. And as we know, silk is temperature regulating. So it will keep you warmer if you needed to or cooler if you needed to. And I just love the way this looks when you have a midi-length caftan with just a pair of leggings. And for those of you who don't know, I'm 5 foot 5 inches. But today, Shefali took this sheer caftan, and I hope you guys can see the colors. Shefali, can they see them?
Yes, they can.
Okay, so we're looking at a lime green here, almost like a highlighter yellow. Some pink, this fabulous teal color through here. There's a couple of other shades of pink, and then we have these fun shades of brown that I actually think are really close to that viscosha color. The viscosha is in the new silk shipment the new linen shipment from Bryn Walker that you can still order online. And if you order now, it arrives in January. But I'm pretty sure that's viscosha. This might even be inkberry, but I think it might be a little green. And then Shefali found this piece to go over it. And I never would have thought of putting them together because you can see this one seems to have like slightly grayed colors. They're not as true as this. But what's similar about them is it's got the horizontal lines. It's got that beautiful teal. It's got all these different shades of yellow that go through here. And I think it actually looks really nice together. And this piece is so soft. I hope you guys can hear it. Listen. Mm-hmm. And this one is a crepe silk. So this is an extraordinarily soft georgette, which means it's sheer. And this one is a crepe. And let's try them on together and see how they look. So guys, what do you think? Do we love it? Do we not love it? Do we like it? Can we live with it? Will they? Won't they?
Won't they? Why don't you pair it with a necklace? I feel like try that wooden one behind you.
Okay. Yeah, it needs something to kind of pull this
into that. Yeah.
What about the belt? The belt is a necklace we tied in, right?
I thought I was the Mix Master Pro too, said Margot.
She is. You are. You are. I'm inspired by all of you. Actually, Morag sent in a little note during this week and said, hey, these 2 pieces, would they match? I thought that's a really good question. And then I always think to what Lorena says about why does it even matter if they match? And I feel like Lorena sees the Matrix. The rest of us, like, do you know what I mean?
She's taken the blue. Is it the blue pill or the red pill?
I don't even know what pill it is, but she's like, rules? What rules? If it makes you happy, then it looks great.
Yeah.
And I'm still in the, but she even mentioned it. I think I talked about it last week, putting together pieces. And she said something like, it's like they're on a date together.
Yeah.
And those very simple words inspired me so much. And then Morag asking things. And then our original mix master, Margot, losing my mind. But yeah, like with this, especially in the center, I think this works really well.
Mm-hmm. So the ladies are liking it, but Jackie says she is not a fan.
Yeah, Jackie, I think you, like me, like some pretty matched colors. We are of the matched color group.
The matched colored variety. And Carol was saying, hey, Carol, she says, winter is here, so bring on the boozy coffee. I said, Bailey's o'clock, my friend.
Oh, absolutely.
And Monkey Sconce, I believe that's your mom. She said, so beautiful, Priya.
Monkey Sconce?
Yeah.
That's not my mom.
It has a picture of your parents on it. It says, so beautiful, Priya.
And it says Monkey Sconce?
That's the name of the handle.
Oh, that's my handle. Monkey Sconce is me, but I didn't think they had access to that. So I figured out the hack. That's great, though. Hi, guys. Thank you. So I remembered the rest of the hack that we talked about last Friday, where somebody said when I was trying to put on a kimono sleeve duster and I was trying to figure out a way to style it, and she said, why don't you put the ends through the sleeve? And I said, I know that this is a hack that Margot created, but I couldn't remember the rest of it. So, of course, instead of sleeping at night, I'm like, what was that hack? And I figured it out. So what Margot said to do at this point is to take this piece, Margot, I hope I'm getting it right, and you put it there, I think. So you take this side that's on the outer edge and you use a magnet to put it there, so this kind of becomes a collar.
Oh, cute.
And then it becomes a jacket, right? It's really cute. You just have to know that you can do it. And then that's a really neat way to style a longer piece. This goes here. I'm using our magnetic buttons. That goes there. So yeah, look at that. Look at how that totally turns it into a jacket. Mm-hmm. And you can do the same thing here. So the ladies are not in love.
No, they're liking it. I think just Jackie was thinking it's it's not her cup of tea, but Sabina loves it. Mrs. Ears loves it. Nan says it's a cruise outfit. And Carol says that is origami level dressing.
It is. This is origami level dressing. Yeah. I agree. Oh, it lost the tag. Guys.
No.
That's
tag is gone.
That's okay. We'll put it back on. But one of these pieces that now I think it was Alex and Sarah who put this piece together. They added it to my rack and they said, this magical piece goes with everything. Which means we have to try it.
I kind of think we have to try it.
And
Jane says it looks good on Facebook. Thanks, Jane. And Marilyn says, you ladies always make everything so much fun to end our week.
Oh, thank you so much, Marilyn. You're so much fun. It was really nice seeing you on Tuesday. Marilyn mentioned to me, she goes, it's really nice to see you in store. I don't get to see that very often, and she's not wrong. So I am trying to come in on Tuesdays, every Tuesday. So if you're somebody who's able to make it on Tuesday, I'll be here. And as luck would have it, I am here all day tomorrow by myself. So if you're looking for someone to hang out with, I'll be here. And we can play dress up, and it'll be so much fun. So what do you think? Are they right? Is this the magical piece that goes with everything?
You know what? That does actually go with it.
It is a magical piece.
It is a magical piece. So this is one of our duster styles, right, Priya?
This is a duster. And so we did pull a bunch of pieces. This one, some of you may not have seen before because it was an in-store only. And I went through and I grabbed things that were in-store only as well because we are having another shipment come in and we have more than enough stock if anybody comes into the store. So you may not have seen this. It's a really soft crepe silk. Look at the beautiful pattern on the back.
Beautiful.
So beautiful. Definitely. So let's see what else I can match with this. They put together so many pieces. Let's see what we can do.
Amy's in the chat. She says, happy Friday, friends.
Happy Friday, Amy.
And Morag says on YouTube, I'm just sleepy. I spent 10 hours painting mugs today, but the kiln is running and I'm done until next year.
Oh, wow. Well, so you're done getting your Christmas stuff ready for sale. That's great.
Yeah. And Jessica says, that's a beautiful duster.
It is a beautiful duster. It is like the ultimate vacation duster. Mm-hmm. Okay, so here we have, oh, this is fun. I like it when this happens. So this is a vest, and it is made out of a georgette silk. The colors are beautiful. Hope you guys can see that.
Oh, Morag said those were special orders.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So the green in here is delicious. What green would you call that?
Kelly.
But it's a
leaf,
lighter
yeah.
Kelly.
Kelly or leaf, I would say.
Its leaf is a little more olive in it.
Really? I felt like, you know what it reminds me of? Like Wilton has a leaf green that they do, like Wilton food coloring.
Oh, yeah, for cakes.
Yeah, they
like
have
an icing color.
Yeah, an icing color that's very similar to
it
that.
does look
Yeah.
like green icing.
Yeah.
That is absolutely accurate.
And their leaf green is actually, I think, exactly that. Just I only know this because I used to do a lot of cake decorating as a kid, guys.
Why does that not surprise me? Yeah, I think these are kind of like icing colors, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
They're really pretty. Beautiful purples. We have fuchsias with a little bit of magenta in there, different shades of the green. The background is a mix of sky blue and a little bit of a darker blue through there. You can see that darker blue there.
Oh.
And
So
I'm going to put it on this way.
Yeah, Carol says, that screams spring has sprung.
Yeah.
And Mrs. Ears says, like Stacy from What Not to Wear used to say, it does not have to match, it just has to go together.
Yes, it really does. And that's where the will they, won't they comes in. Like some things you would never think would go together. So ladies, for those of you who are familiar with this hack, this is a vest put on as a top, which means I have a big circle showing on my bum. but we all know that there's a trick for that. You just gather this all up and you cinch the circle with an elastic that's on the inside, and you end up with a cute little, I don't know how to describe it, like a little rosette.
A little
A tiny rosette right there. But if you do wear it with a kimono sleeve duster, you're not going to see that back anyway, and suddenly your vest is a top. There. What do we think?
So I think the reason why I don't love this one as much, I like it when it's tied together, is because I just think that the texture of the two of them doesn't go as well together.
It does have the same swirlies, though.
It has the same swirlies, but I'm finding that I don't find it as seamless. I think maybe it's, I don't know, there's something about it. I think it needs a necklace or something in the middle of it.
Yeah, kind of always do.
Yeah, like that I think breaks it up a bit more. That's perfect.
Yeah, that's so cute. Oh, and then I've got, of course, part of the back coming out my sleeve.
Oh my god,
oh, dear.
What is that?
Oh dear, yeah, that should be hanging in the
back. Is
it
a bird? Is it a plane?
It's the rest of my vest, everybody. I think it just got staticky in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw somebody posted on our swap and sell group that if you use a safety pin on the inside seam or the inside seam of a piece of clothing that tends to get staticky, that it will release the static. Has anybody tried that? Does that really work, or is that not true?
Let's see what the ladies say.
Yes.
So
I've
Jackie
seen it a couple of times.
loved that match. She said it was terrific.
Yeah, it's a little dry down here, which is why I think we're having a bit of static.
Yeah, it is. I like these two together. Would wear that lull, except it's a bit too light pastel for me. Don't worry, Amy. We have a lot of different ones coming. I did play around with a couple options just because I noticed that there were a lot of silks. Also because we have a lot more in store now that we've just never seen or never shown you guys.
I did not think I was going to like this, to be honest. I thought I was going to find the stripes overwhelming, and I do not at all. I think it's because they don't line up. So it almost looks like this is a panel and this is a panel.
Mm.
That's really cute. And then this is yellow and this is blue. How much fun is that? And let's try it as long with our magic goes with, what do you think? Is it going to go? Not as well.
I think the problem is that it's too chartreuse. That goes better. It's the same green on that side.
Yeah.
I don't know, try it on.
Or do I do it on this side, Shivali?
Maybe. No,
because of that peachy color here?
It's the wrong peachy color.
Okay.
Script. Just trying to see what happens. And Sabina says that's true. The pin and static.
Oh, does it work? Oh, that actually does look really nice.
You picked the best combos. Can't wait to see more. Oh, you guys are sweet. Marilyn says I use a wire hanger for static electricity.
Oh, do you just run the hanger like gently over top of your clothes before you put them on or after.
Let's see.
I don't
And
have any.
Susan Scholl-Terror says on Facebook, hey, Susan, I need this stunning. I think she was talking about that versatile duster.
Yeah, that
It is
duster's
beautiful.
really nice. Okay, let's take this little guy
And
off.
Jane says that would look good with the Superman Casbahs.
It would look good with the Superman Casbah.
Which ones are the Superman Casbahs?
Evia.
Oh, the Evia Casbah.
Yeah, and actually I went in, if you're interested to see which one has like that most people have bought, I went into the linen pre-order thing and you can sort it by best selling. And so the most sold color, pre-sold color was Viscasha, which is that almost like an olive, a beige verging on
versatile,
olive.
very versatile.
Yeah. And then the second bestseller was the Evia, which is the Superman blue. Yeah, kind of neat.
Guess we all want to feel like heroes.
Yeah. Okay. So.
And Marilyn says in between the fabrics, actually.
I missed that. Marilyn says
In between the fabrics.
oh, in between the fabrics. So she runs the hanger in between the fabrics. Interesting. Yeah, I've never actually tried that. I just use water. I don't use the spray stuff. I find that lasts about 5 minutes. So I just wet my hands and run them across my clothes.
Yeah,
and
I do
seems
that
to
too.
work.
I find that works really well. And it's silk, so it dries.
It dries so
like
fast.
nothing.
This is gorgeous. I have to show this
That's
to you.
really nice.
That is one of the most exquisite trims we've seen. This again is a highlighter color. It's a highlighter green. This is a highlighter pink or orange. We have that beautiful Evia blue in there again. Definitely a summer bright. But look at the sparkles on it. Can they see them?
I don't know. I can
There.
kind of see it. Yeah, I feel like you can see it there a lot more, way more.
So it has little, they're Swarovski crystals actually, in different colors.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's very pretty. This is fun. So apparently this matches that same piece as well. So let's give it, this is very soft.
Morag said, so pretty. Corey says,
Oh.
pretty.
This is pretty. Look at that line.
And Susan is wondering how would she be able to order that duster, for example?
Oh, so I should have mentioned that. If you're watching this on Instagram, you can type in show me. And yes, just making sure. If you're on Instagram, you can type in show me in the comments. It will take you to a page called Featured Collections, and you will have a link to this collection as the top featured collection. And or you could just go to our website. I'll tell you the code. You can type it in, and it should just show up. Shefali, I may get you to check this to make sure that they did in fact make it available.
Yep.
Now I am wearing my contacts, but this is very tiny. PRC.
Yep.
Nope, that's all I got. There's a 5'3", and then there's some other stuff. It's really small. Even you're gonna find it small.
Yeah, I am finding them small as well, even with my very stable eyes. 5344.
Okay. So just make sure that it is online.
Yep,
Available
it
online.
is online.
So the last 4 digits are 5344?
Yep.
So if you type in 5344 into the search bar on our website, it should pop up.
And if you're watching on YouTube, there should be a link to the collection in the description.
Yeah.
And yeah, just like Priya said, you can always go on the front page of our website and you'll be able to find the collection for this live there. Just scroll
Ooh.
just a tad down, not even a little bit. You'll see the title of the live, Will They, Won't They? There'll be a watch button and a shop button, and you just click shop and get started.
Yeah. This is so pretty. Like, this is actually my favorite with that duster. How great is this together?
I really like those two together. That works
Wow.
really well.
And the little sparkles in there pick up all the
Mhm.
colors.
And I like the texture of the two of them together. I like the length of the top with it.
Yeah, everything about it is amazing.
Very nice.
That's
very
really
elegant.
nice. Very elegant. Love it. Love it to bits, guys. Very pretty. Do you know why my handle is monkey sconce on so many things? Did I ever tell you this story?
Well, I know you guys have a monkey sconce.
I have a monkey sconce, but I coveted that monkey sconce for years before I bought it.
Oh.
Because it was really, 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 really expensive. Well, it was more expensive than what I could afford.
Mm.
And so I just wanted it so badly. I never wanted to forget how beautiful it was. So that's all I was talking about was this monkey Scots. So that became, oh, and I was having trouble coming up with a Gmail address at the time. And because all of like the name ones were gone. And
yeah, I mean,
you had to like have an underscore 12 something or whatever. So I thought, I bet you there's a way to get a handle that doesn't have numbers. You just have to take two words that never go together and put them together.
like monkey scones.
Like monkey scones or lemon lamp or any two words. And I did. That's how I got monkey scones.
Nice.
Yeah. Way back when. Okay, I think we are moving out of the brights, friends. We are moving into these beautiful dusky colors. We have kind of
another waterfall.
Another waterfall. The colors in here are a little bit of camel. We have some ecru. We have this lovely warm brown. Mocha is the new Pantone color of the year. I think they're calling it Mocha Mousse. Mocha Mousse. So basically, these colors are the Pantone colors of the year. The other colors in here are teal, and Shefali has paired it with this, which is not an exact match, but so close.
So I didn't actually pair this one. The girls did.
Oh, the girls did this one. So this would have been Alex and Sarah.
Yeah.
But it's beautiful together.
I love these dusky colors. This vest in particular is beautiful.
Yeah, it really is. Beautiful. Very, very soft and elegant. Like it feels grown up.
Mm-hmm. No problem, Susan. She's just commented on Facebook, TYVM, thank you very much, in all caps.
Oh, that's so nice.
So welcome.
Oh, wow. Look how beautiful that is. With this line down the center. Very, very artsy. Oh, look, that's a flower through here. And then flower outlines there. Another flower here. That's quite beautiful. How does it, oh, and look at the sleeve. That's really mid-century.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. So you could pair it with black because you do have some of that black through there. You could pair it with brown. It would look good with teal. It would look good with tapioca or cream, and that's how you could bring it into the warmer weather.
Mm-hmm.
Just beautiful. A little bit of gray in here too, guys. And then it was paired with this beautiful vest. Holy cow, look at that.
This is stunning.
This
Stunning
is
piece.
stunning.
I love the leaf, like just the motif of the trees.
This must have been an incredible sari.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Right? Like that?
Beautiful.
Wow. So elegant. So I'll show you guys the colors. I think the color that really, really gets me is the green that's in there with the blues, because that's the unexpected shade. Could they see it?
Yep.
Okay, let's try this. So I would say this is not how I would normally wear a vest, but let's give it a try.
You know, I'm finding that
This is light.
it's too light.
If I flip it upside down.
That might be better.
Not bad.
Yeah, I don't hate this one.
But then you have a little bit of a tail down here because I went with longer side to the
Mhm.
top. I feel like if I were going to wear this, I would probably put it on this way.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking. I actually
Oh, see, now that
prefer that.
is
Yeah.
really sweet. Very interesting. And I feel like even the back looks good. Right?
The back's not too bad. I do think it would look better with a set of wide leg pants. Actually, you know what I
Yeah.
think it would look really nice with?
No, you're not going to make me put those on.
You don't have to put those on.
I have to put them on at some point, but it doesn't have to be yet. No, see, wrong.
It's not wrong, actually. It works. You know what, though? The vest works really well with those pants right now.
All right, guys. So as we all know, I am not
Oh
a
my
fan of
God.
these pants at all. Did I not call them? I referred to them as hideous, I believe.
Yes.
And
So
then,
Jane actually has the vest in the baby doll, and Jackie says, lovely waterfall, but the vest takes away from it. I kind of agree.
yeah,
I feel like it's gilding the lily with these two.
I think that's the problem. Is individually they're both beautiful. Putting them together, you don't gain anything.
Yeah.
Who said that they have the baby doll of this?
Jane did.
Jane. Good score, man.
Carol, I knew you would agree. Carol says, yes, the vest does look good with those pants.
It would. It does.
Vested pants.
All right.
Vested pants.
All right, guys. So these are the pants that Shefali loves so much. I got 3 pairs in. If you will find them in this collection, and they're one size fits all, And if you want to search them really quickly on our website, type in cargo. So we call them cargo harem pants because they kind of are cargo pants. They have this pocket, which has, this is called Velcro, has Velcro. Velcro. And we have zipper pockets down here. And then, so we have 4 pockets. It does have a bit of a harem fit. You can see that the crotch is significantly lower. The benefit of that is if you have a bigger tummy or a bigger bum, there's room for it. Shefali likes to take hers because they have the elastic on the bottom. I'll show you what Shefali likes to do. Every time I put them on, Shefali says, "You really don't like those? Because they look really good." So you know I could just be biased against them.
I think now you've decided that you are opposed and I am for it. And
yeah.
So now the competition starts.
That's right. We're both digging in our heels. They're beautiful. They're ugly. Or they're both.
There could be both.
They could be both.
See, exactly, Carol. No need for a purse with all those pockets.
No. And I do like, if these were for travel, I love the fact that they have these pockets that are fastened. And these with the zippers are brilliant. So this is how I would wear them. Shefali likes to wear them like
there. But then I also wear high boots with them.
Yeah. So they kind of look like genie pants or like gauchos. So Shefali wears them like that, right?
Yeah.
And with boots. That's a cuter look for me.
I mean, I have my size 7 boots if you want to show it with them.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Okay. It's like somehow my destiny became involved with these pants. These are really nice boots, Shefali.
Thank you. I got them at Reloved, actually.
They're really nice. I fit your boots.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, that is a cute look. Okay, so guys, these pants. They would definitely fit. I think Alex has put the measurements in. They're not at all binding, which is always an issue for me. I don't like binding clothes. So the elastic has enough stretch. If it is too loose on you, you can use this to cinch it more. If you want to adjust the length, you could definitely do it the way Shefali does it this way. I think I prefer that. I think I'm not a bottom cuff person. Maybe that's really an issue. And let's see how it looks with the vest.
Vest, one shoe.
The vest in one shoe. I am not giving these pants a fair shot. Okay. Vest backwards. I don't hate it.
I actually like that a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really sweet, actually. I kind of prefer this one. It's a good look.
Prefer the gaucho.
I do prefer the gaucho. It brings me back to my youth when I was like 11.
Mm-hmm.
Gauchos were really in. I had to tell you the name of them, right? That they used to be called gauchos?
Yeah, you did. And Mrs. Ear said, I am having flashbacks to 1981, lol. Norma Kamali.
Yeah, right? It is. This is a very flashback style, and these sweet young things all think it's so new. Look at this new style.
I mean, I don't think it's new, guys, even as a sweet young thing.
No, Shefali knows. Shefali has a very strong
educated
fashion sense. Okay, yeah. Well, I think it's the best. But yeah, you're right. It looks amazing. It does. So guys, we have 3 pairs of these. Get them while you can. They're adorable.
Yeah, they are. And I agree. So Corey says Britton Walker should do a cas, but in a lightweight denim. And I do think that they would really benefit from doing that.
I guess they're just well, mind you, they don't only do linen, right? They do have bamboo cotton, they have pure cotton, they have a cotton gauze.
Denim does take a lot more processing unless you want to do a raw denim. And the problem with raw denim is that it's not as it's very like it doesn't have a lot of flow. So you could do a lightweight denim. Stiff. Yeah, but I don't think a lightweight raw denim, I don't know, maybe they just haven't found the perfect type of denim.
Yeah. Yeah, I know they have some things in tencel. And some tencel and denim colors looks a little bit like denim. I don't know, but yeah, all very interesting. I didn't hate them, Shefali. Styled properly, I kind of like them.
Wow. Color is good pants, so not Priya, says Jackie.
Thank you, Jackie. Thank you for validating
one
me.
Win, guys. One win. Jane says, you're hysterical. I agree. We have been fighting about these pants.
Well, I don't usually have wildly strong opinions about clothes. I'm usually like, yeah, I could see that on the right person, maybe. But I took one look at those pants and I'm like, no. And Shefali said, no, I think these are really nice. I'm like, they're really not, Shefali. You're so young. You don't know.
And yet,
Yes,
I
she
am
was right.
changing minds.
It's so important to have a Shefali in your lives, everybody.
Yeah.
Go find yourself one.
Go find yourself one. And then come back and tell Priya how much you hate that.
Opportunities to learn and grow, friends. Never turn down an opportunity to learn and grow. Okay, I just love this.
This
anyways.
is so cute.
This is adorable. This is a self pocket dress. It's made in a crepe silk. I think it'd be great for winter. You could put this on with a long sleeve top underneath it. And this color in here is actually, there's pinks and grays. So the background shade is a pink, but then it has little red dots and gray dots. Can they see that?
Yes.
Okay. And then we have it paired with, looks like another vest. That's a really close match. Like, look at this and this.
That is a really close match.
This was Sarah and Alex as well.
And I also really like the crepe on crepe look. Ooh, that's very pretty. It needs a necklace, but it's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
It really elevates the look, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like just the self pocket dress is very pretty on its own, but as soon as you put this over it,
The extra layer.
extraordinarily elegant. Like, you could probably wear something like this to a fancy Christmas party or winter
Mohan
wedding.
holiday Christmas party.
That is not going to be super fancy. I'm wearing overalls. But you could wear this to a winter wedding, right?
Oh yeah.
Quite easily. And then you would still have two pieces that you could wear separately anytime you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
This is a great, like, they look exactly the same.
It's a no-brainer. Yes, I agree. Oh, Carol just sent a big message. So Mrs. Ear said, I love this dress. Carol said, I used to have to put elastic bands on your pants to stop them from getting stuck on your banana seat bicycle.
I remember that. Remember I told you about banana seat bikes?
Yeah, you did.
Why did I tell you about banana seat bikes? We were talking about,
I think at first roller skating and Jordache, and you were telling me that the Jordache story of lying on the bed and putting them on so tight.
yeah. Yes, and then we were talking about pictures from the 70s of kids, and I said, if you're going to have a picture of a girl from the 70s, she's got to have a banana seat bike.
Oh, yeah.
Remember? Because I said we all coveted the banana seat bikes. They've stopped making those.
No, yeah, they have.
I wonder why.
You might have realized it was either a safety thing or...
Well, because you could sit two people on it, perhaps, maybe. Maybe.
Maybe, possibly.
Maybe, possibly. Okay, here is another set. This dress just keeps coming up in our collections, and I think I have no idea why it hasn't sold yet, because it's so freaking beautiful.
With your basket or on your handlebars, and Carol did not have a banana seat.
Oh, poor Carol.
And Heather says with big biker handlebars.
Oh, yeah, with streamers coming off them that you got at Canadian Tire.
Yeah, and Corey says with the basket on the handlebars as well.
Yeah, then the handlebars came up like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you would get little straws, and you would cut. Is this beyond your time as well? Do you remember this? You would take straws, and you would cut them into little pieces, like segments. Then you would slice a hole, like slice a line through one side, and you would snap it onto the spokes of your wheels. And so as you were riding, they would slide up and down the spokes and make a little clicky sound. Yeah, just like exactly that sound. Yeah.
And Jessica loves the red outfit. Morag said mine was neon green.
Yes.
And Jane says I did with streamers.
With streamers.
Yeah.
Those streamers were so important.
Yeah. Oh my God. Everybody's going crazy with the bike stories.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
so
they were it defined you as a child. Your banana seat bike.
Carol said I had my sister's old bike. Corey said straws on the spokes.
Yes.
Sea Plant Lady says stingray bikes. Purple Patchouli says cards on spokes.
Yes, the cards to go click, 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 click,
Yeah.
click. Yep.
And Carol says, oh yeah, the straws and the collector cards with the clothes peg.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Corey says, we are old.
I was thinking about that. I tell Shefali stuff, and she's astounded. I think she even thinks I'm smart because she's telling me
God
some of this
forbid
stuff.
I do.
Yeah, and I'm like, the only reason you think I'm smart is because I had an extra 20 years on you. It's not that I'm smart. I just had 20 extra years to gain knowledge.
Oh yeah, true.
But it's so funny because you're like, wow,
That's
how did
so
you
true.
know that? And I'm like, do I tell her? We all do? It's just her?
That's so funny.
Yeah, but it's very sweet.
Yeah, it is. Well, one of my friends is about a decade older than me, and it's funny when he says something, and I'm like, Oh my God, yeah. How did you know that? He's like, yeah, well, I am 10 years older than you, so I
Yeah.
kind of know that.
Kind of know things. Like it would be like somebody asking you what an iPhone is. And you'd be able to tell the entire history of the iPhone.
They're
right?
like, what?
Yeah, like, oh my gosh, she's so smart. She knows the history of the iPhone. You're like, yeah, I lived it. Like there was no research needed.
Yeah, you know what's funny? He was telling me about the original Mac computers.
I had an original
them.
Mac. Yeah, mine was like this. And it was like a brick almost.
What color was yours?
It was kind of a yellowy gray. Mine was actually closer to gray tan. Gray tan. What color was his?
I think he said the school ones were like orange and blue.
Oh, that was so many generations later.
Yeah. Oh, you had the original.
I had the original Mac, the 1983, 84. Like the really old Macs. And I remember when they came up with the thing called hyperlinks, they had these cards. And I guess they were the precursor of slideshows.
Yeah.
And they came up with this thing, and it was supposed to be like a game changer. It was called hyperlinks, where they could create something and you could click on it and it would take you to a different card.
That is actually crazy.
Well, and now, I mean, we take it for granted.
Is nothing.
It's nothing. Everything is a hyperlink. But I remember when it was created. Okay, this is adorable. So this is a kimono sleeve top in a sheer fabric, worn over top of a self-pocket dress in a really soft crepe. There is, oh, look at the back of it. I think I might have to flip it.
That's cute.
Yeah.
And also, I actually think when you're flipping it around, could you actually, you know the side that the pocket is on?
Yeah.
On the opposite side, on the front, I think you should create some type of ruching.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so there's a bunch of comments. So going back to our bikes, Heather says bike equals freedom. True.
Yeah, so true.
Lorena says old is a badge of honor. Agreed. And Corey says be home by the time the street lights come on with your bike.
Yeah.
And Carol says no helmet. And actually, I also grew up not wearing a helmet because I grew up in Dubai, guys, and they don't really need you to wear helmets there.
No, we didn't wear helmets. We didn't wear helmets tobogganing. Okay, that's cute.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's adorable. So it does cover the pocket, but I feel like it really creates a great line through there. So for those of you who missed it, all I did was I took a magnet that has a chain and I just lifted this part up right here, kind of like up going from my thigh, gathered it to about here between my shoulder blades area here, and attach this. And it looks so freaking cute. That looks really elegant. Why don't we do this with our kimono sleeve tops more often? Because that's a fun little look.
I think what makes it elegant is also having a long tunic like the self pocket underneath.
And being able to see that split of color, like the
Yeah.
flash of color through there. That is so sweet. This is a fun little do they, don't they? So far they all do.
They all do.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
I
they
think
all
there's been
do.
like one or two that don't belong together.
And Corey says, I had an original Mac. They weighed a ton.
They did.
1993. Lorena said $666. Lots of sixes,
Yeah.
implying something. Heather says beige tower Mac. And now the ladies are chatting. And Jackie loves how you pulled it up as well.
Thank you, Jackie.
I also really like this look together with the necklace.
Oh yeah,
Super
this
fun.
is a great piece. I really feel like it's a great summer piece, and it would match so many things that people already own. Maybe people are just not thinking travel yet, but I know you guys are going to start thinking travel in January. Oh, speaking of January, guys, we have our final date for the sneak peek. So there won't be a December sneak peek just because we can't really trust shipping during the holidays. Like, even though they say they're going to get it out of India by the 15th, by the time it actually leaves India, it'll be about 5 days later, which means it's going to get caught right in the middle of all of the Christmassy holiday stuff. So we're
not
assuming,
accounting for the Canada Post.
and not even, yeah, and hopefully that shouldn't affect it because it's an international, but just in case. So what we've decided is that we can safely assume that we can have it and check it and then put it up for sale on the 12th of January, which is a Sunday at 11 a.m. With the idea that it will be ready to go. So we can start shipping it within 2 days of that. There won't be a delay. So that way we're using that time over Christmas to make sure, like, as our buffer, basically. So I'm going to start putting out the information about it. I'm going to start doing those little reels where I take fabric swatches and match them up with linen. But that is the official date, just so you know. Oh, I should really set this.
Sorry, guys, I have to get a glass of water.
And this one, I think I'm going to do the same way of wearing my vest as a top and putting this over it.
Yeah, I thought that'd be really sweet.
Yeah.
And Corey says, traveling next week, looking forward to packing some of my lovelies to take.
Oh, that'll be so nice to get a. Oh, this is beautiful.
Ooh, that's really nice together.
Yeah, look at that.
You know, even though that exact color isn't in the other piece, I really like the way it looks together.
Yeah, like you could see these as part of the same sari, even though this one again is a. Actually, this is a Georgette. It's just
They're
really
both
soft.
Georgettes, yeah.
They're both Georgettes. So sweet. That's adorable. Another match.
Mm-hmm. And Dale Ingram is wondering what's in the sneak peek.
Okay, so what's not in the sneak peek, guys?
That means she doesn't remember.
I don't exactly know. There are lots of baby doll dresses. But I can tell you what there's not. There's not any boxy tops that I know of. There's no side slit tops. There's no self pocket dresses. There's no maxi dresses. There's no shrugs. There's no boleros. Ask me one, because I think that's all. There definitely are.
Short caftans, long caftans.
So maxi caftans, yes.
Okay.
Short caftans, yes.
Yep.
I didn't see any midi length. Maybe no midi length.
Hold on. Maybe I might be able to find where it is.
Yeah, you will if you go into Canva.
Yep.
And look under brand templates.
Yep, I see it.
Okay. So what do we have coming?
Okay, so we will find. Are you ready, friends? Boxy baby dolls, cardigans, high-low tops, kimono sleeve dusters, kimono sleeve jackets, kimono sleeve tops, long tunics with side ties, maxi caftans, one-shoulder dresses, poncho capelets, tunic length caftans, versatile vests, and waterfall tops.
That's alphabetically, guys.
Yep.
So I was right. No midi length caftans.
Love this vest. What is the item number? Asked somebody, Lori, on Facebook.
So that must
Lori?
be probably this blue vest, actually.
No, I don't think so.
The red one?
It's the one you just showed, I think. This just came up now.
So I didn't try on a vest?
Yeah, you did. You tried on a vest with the duster.
Oh, yeah, that one. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Over here.
Give her a second, Lori.
Yeah, sorry, Lori. PRG
PRG
5384.
53.
04 or 84. It's one of them.
Okay. One moment.
I think it's 04. Should bring a magnifying glass. Okay.
I don't see it. Oh, yes, I do see it. PRG 5304.
Okay, so it was 5304. Okay. A little Jasmine tea moment here. All right, guys. So these are the corduroy patchwork pants. These are, we don't have a lot left. This is the pinky toned ones. I can't remember what we named them. We named them all after people. Do you remember?
Somebody's trying to enter the store.
Really?
Yes, I think it's because they think it's the Airbnb. Just give me 1 second. And I think we named it after one of the girls. Actually.
Yeah. So, but these are the pink ones. And oh, this is so pretty with it. That's really nice. Let's give it a try. This is a waterfall top. It is in the world's softest crepe silk. All right. I think I've shown you this before because I wanted you guys to see the sparkles on that. Right there. Was it?
Yeah, they have already realized their error.
The error of their ways.
Yep. That's cute together.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
It is sweet.
You look very comfortable.
Yeah, it's a very relaxed look, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I kind of think that these pants need a tighter fit top. Maybe not. Oh no, you don't. I think I got it. They need a high-low moment.
Ah.
It needs to be like that. Better?
Nice. I really like that.
Mm-hmm. That's cute. That works. And then let's put on one of these fun little necklaces here.
Yes.
Yeah, that's cute. So will they or won't they, Shefali? Let's get up close so you can see the fabric. Fabric itself is beautiful. Got some orange in it, which is kind of cute. I'd love to see this paired with an orange. Or even in the new shipment, we're getting that pink, that rose color.
Oh.
That'd be beautiful. With the
And
rose.
Carol says baboon.
Baboon.
Oh, the Rachel.
Oh, it could be the Rachel. That would make sense. These could be called the Rachel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The pink ones, they're so pretty. And they really are extraordinarily soft. And warm. They're good pants. They really are. What are the people saying, Shefali?
Morag was saying it's the Rachel.
Thank you, Morag.
And then we have somebody that just commented saying so irritating. And to that I say, friend, if you find this irritating, watch something else.
Maybe they meant to say that typing a message was irritating or something.
Maybe typing the message is irritating.
So last week, Mira got what she thinks was a sex bot who wrote like something super sexy as a comment. She's like, block.
Yeah, we actually got like a hate comment right when we started the live. It was like some bot comment and I just deleted it.
Oh dear.
Yeah. It was like, can you give me one of these or are you? And it said the B word.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and then I just deleted it. I was like, I don't know who this is.
Okay, I love this together. The shape of it. So this is a poncho. Love how there's lines on this and then squares on this and then the floral juxtaposes.
Yeah,
with it.
that's fun.
And I think I've got it tunic length. Right? This is the longer way.
Yeah.
If I had worn it this way, I also like it, but I definitely prefer it this way.
I like it with that little off shoulder.
Yeah. This is so cute.
And Vaboom is in reference to the slinky dance. And Heather asked, do the corduroy swish when you walk?
Do they make a swishy sound?
Yes.
Let's listen.
They do swish, yeah.
But I think she's talking about the corduroy swish sound. I don't hear that. I hear
Walk
this.
really fast.
Like I can hear them moving around my ankle, but I don't hear them. Can you hear it?
I can hear the potential for it. Yeah, I can hear the potential for it if you started walking really fast.
But I only hear the fabric. You're hearing a...
Yeah, if you walk really fast, you can hear it.
Okay, but you have to really tighten it to make that sound, because otherwise they just float. Your legs move within them.
What if you were walking really fast? Like, as Priya does in
As
the
I
store.
do. Okay.
I heard it.
Okay, so the answer to your question?
Possibly.
Possibly. Maybe. This is adorable together.
It's
I would
really
definitely
cute.
put this together.
And Carol says the poncho is really pretty, and
It's
Morag
so
says,
pretty.
I love the flowers running down that one arm.
Yeah.
Nice.
So pretty.
And Heather says that's the sound of the 70s. Thick thighs might light them up.
I don't know. Like, I guess. I know what sound she's talking about.
Yeah,
But it's the kind of sound that it's the only thing you hear as someone's walking by. Okay, I think these pants are so noisy generally.
You won't hear
You
the
won't
sound.
hear that sound because you're going to hear this.
So it doesn't matter if you are trying to not be heard.
You're going to be heard.
Yeah.
One way or another, someone is going to hear you walking in the room.
I would not recommend doing any meandering or loitering in these pants.
You know, you just can't sneak. Do not sneak in these pants.
Sneaky
you won't be able.
meandering.
Yeah,
Yes.
sneaky meandering. Okay, here's a nice little set. Oh, this is so beautiful. I feel maybe we have. There's another piece. Isn't there another piece that we have that matches this in one of these little? No, the lines go the other way. Okay, here we go, guys. Here we go. So this one is a lovely midi length caftan. Kind of loving that trim on the bottom. So, wow.
I could not believe that this one hadn't sold because I thought it was so pretty, and it's a Georgette. I personally am a huge fan of the Georgettes in a sheer style.
So this is what I want to show you. First of all, it has every shade of blue in there, so that's kind of lovely. But what's amazing is this border is actually sewn on. It's not part of the original sari. And this is 100% an antique border that was taken off of another sari and then reused on this one. You can see where it was sewn on right there. And it's perfect with it. And it's got the real gold thread, like a metal thread, not real gold. They used to do silver though.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty. I like how it's just like a solid, which really means you can mix and match anything with it.
Exactly.
Wow. Look at that color.
Gorgeous. I know.
And then the stripes are kind of diagonal, which is nice too. And I have to do a throwback to this one. The piece that matches everything.
That looks good together. Love it.
Yeah, those look like they were made to go with each other. That's really pretty. Mm-hmm. Okay, let me try it on with its little friend. It's will they, won't they friend.
It's will they, won't they friends.
So Shefali and I have been working on this thing. I keep talking to you guys about it. Do you need a charger?
Yeah, I'm just looking for the box. Don't worry, it's all good.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've been working on what's called our soap opera system, and I think I mentioned it to you guys last week as well. Oh, Shefali, did you put this together?
Yeah.
Wow.
I thought you'd like it.
Wow. Look at how rich those colors are together. And I kind of like that you can see the blue through the sleeve. That's freaking adorable. I actually had a match set like this that I wore to Nisha's wedding. And I think I did something like that with it. Anyways, yeah, so we've been working on this I guess flow, this email flow. And we kind of just what's the word? Incidentally, magically came up with an idea that made us both go, it made us pause and think we could be onto something. You don't want me to tell them?
No. Don't tell them.
Don't tell them? You don't want to get their opinion?
These
ladies
I
know
think,
a thing or two.
I think you know what? Don't tell them details, but maybe talk about.
Don't tell them the phrase?
Not even the phrase. I think give them the big theme and kind of your perspective from the theme. Remember the second email? Give a general idea of the second email.
I think they all know about that.
Yeah, but you know how like it eventually leads to the point where you came to this fundamental reasoning.
So Shefali is turning my life into legend, first of all.
Folklore.
I have an origin story, kind of like
Arthurian novella. Yeah.
Yeah, a novella about my life. Kind of like Spider-Man's origin story and Superman's origin story. I also now have an origin story.
Now with the Evia pants, she will be
Superman. Yeah. So it's funny though because it's really gotten us talking about how the brand really did develop, where it came from, and it's something that, if people come into the store and they ask, how did you come up with this? I have an answer, but I've never really, written it down and explained it. So some of you may already know this. When I was a kid growing up, really little, I did used to walk around like a princess with, this is a true story, Avon used to have these little soap dishes. They were white milk glass and they had a fluted edge. And then underneath it was the milk glass holder. And it was a ring that had little legs on it. And I used to take the milk glass part off of it, flip this upside down and wear it as a crown. And then I would try to walk down the stairs wearing my mom's petticoats. So when she used to wear saris, she had those skirts that you wear underneath, the underskirt. And
the tie ones, right?
Yeah, they tie up.
Yeah.
And they have like a bit of a slit on the side. And I would take them and I would just ruche them up and do whatever I could to make them fit and tie them around my neck and then wear this thing on my head. And I would practice like walking down the stairs. So I thought one day I was going to be a stewardess. So
makes a lot of sense.
So nothing could be more important than being able to walk perfectly upright. Where my 5-year-old brain put that together, I have no idea. So I would walk like this, wearing the petticoats. And all through my childhood, I wore whatever I wanted. When I was in high school, I wasn't influenced by fads or anything. I just liked what I liked. I mean, I did have the 80s hair and I did wear the clothes that you could find at stores, but I wasn't afraid to stand out. And then I don't know what happened. I got to a certain age where I guess I wanted to borrow credibility from my clothing. I got to be more in the adult world. And I realized that if I wanted people to make a snap judgment about me that was favorable to me, that allowed me to benefit from that snap judgment, I could do it if I wore clothes that were deemed acceptable. And I wasn't shallow enough to actually realize that, or maybe I was too shallow to actually realize that that's what I was doing. But ultimately, I realized that's what I was doing. But what I told myself was that I was choosing fashion that was classic and timeless and high quality because that kind of rang true with my beliefs at the time, which is you don't want to be buying stuff over and over again. You want to buy like the one thing that brings you joy and keep it forever. And so I bought Chanel. I didn't buy it new. I bought Chanel off of eBay. And my favorite year was apparently 1996 because that's the one that I seem to be able to get the most of. And I remember my cousin was like, I can't believe you're buying Chanel. Because like it was kind of outside of our experience. Kids like us didn't
have Chanel. Yeah.
Like that's just otherworldly. And she's like, I can't believe, I mean, it looks good on you, but like, why? And I'm like, because of the quality. And I would show her like how it was sewn and the seam allowances and how it had like a metal chain on the inside of the jacket.
Basically showing her like the kind of credibility you were getting from these clothes due to the quality. Quality equaled credibility.
But I think I in order to justify those decisions to myself, I focused on the quality.
Yeah.
But I could have found high quality clothing that was not Chanel, right?
Yeah.
But I wanted to borrow the credibility of this
Chanel,
brand in order to help me gain credibility as a person. And maybe that was important at the time because I was young and I hadn't really had enough time to build credibility. And again, being brown, there were certain...
being brown in Brampton at the time.
Well, actually, at the time in Brampton, I was only one of very few Indian
No, that's what I mean.
Yeah. So, like, but still, it was just being brown, I think, in Canada at the time. It was easier to have a bit of credibility, so people thought twice before they behaved in a racist way because they recognized that there was something different. So for whatever reason, I tried to borrow the credibility of brand name clothes, but I didn't. It fit in with my values because I thought that I was doing something that was meaningful, which was supporting an industry that was designing clothes that were meant to last. And that really did make sense to me. And I was willing to define myself that way until I realized that I stopped fitting those clothes.
I would wear it a different side to the poncho, yeah.
So I stopped fitting those clothes. And by the time I went to Paris...
Not that side, I would do the white side. You know why? Because all the pink sides are not the right pink, but if you do more of that white side to the front.
Like that?
Yeah, see if that works better.
Oh, like this.
Yeah.
Got it.
Continue.
Yeah, so anyways, I went to Paris on my 40th birthday, and I took all of my Chanel with me. And, I mean, it was fun being in Paris wearing Chanel, but I couldn't breathe, and I couldn't walk quickly. And I had to be really careful how much I ate because there was only so much room through here for food. And I was in France and I wanted to eat. And I think what we realized is when we were writing these newsletters is that I spent way too much time thinking about my clothes instead of being in the moment in Paris. And I kind of decided this doesn't make sense. And that was when I started my journey with Sorry Not Sorry, because I thought, okay, I tried what's out there that I thought would best fit my needs, and it doesn't. And gaining credibility from other people because you're wearing the right thing is not true credibility. You get true credibility for being yourself. And then that's kind of how all of this evolved.
You get honest credibility from being yourself. I think there are a lot of people in this world that are going to say that credibility is kind of the status that you present yourself with based on certain qualifications, right? Like in our community, a lot of that has to do with your job, the kind of environment
Doctor,
that you're
lawyer,
in,
engineer.
there you go. It's not like there's really anything else. Or if you can't do those things, you marry somebody who has those things,
Yeah.
because that will give you credibility by association.
Well, even in your regular job, like even as a teacher, right?
Yeah.
You dress to give yourself credibility in front of those kids who are inclined to not take you seriously, especially if you look quite young. So we do borrow credibility from our clothes. We do borrow credibility from our professions. But I like to think that I had this epiphany that credibility is about so much more than that. Credibility is about saying, this is who I am, and that's it. This is who I am.
That's it. Goodbye.
That's the end of the sentence. Like, it can be okay with you, it can be not okay with you. You can choose to be racist or demeaning or judgmental or not, and that actually has nothing to do with me.
And everything to do
with them.
Yeah.
So why not just live my best life? Now, does that lead into the email we're talking about?
Yeah, because I think what you realize, it's kind of like what you talked about when we were talking about your Paris trip, right? We were talking about your Paris trip, and we were also talking about how you had gone to Paris before. You had gone to Paris when you were younger.
When I was 17, I went on a school trip.
Yeah. And what about that time? What did it feel like that?
Shefali's prompting me. So when I went to Paris when I was 17, I came from a family that had no money. I worked at St. Clair, paint and paper people, for $4.25 an hour, which was so much money because they gave me adult minimum wage instead of student minimum wage. And I saved up my money to take this Paris trip. It cost $3,400.
Still remembers it.
Because I had to pay for it. It was big, right? I was only 17 years old. I do like this together.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, so this is a boxy top. It's crepe. It's got like tan and gray and black. And then this is mostly just a very light ecru and black with a gray background. It does, however, have some additional colors through here, which work, I think, with this top underneath. And I like the florals with the stripe. I'm sure people are tired of hearing about this.
No, I don't think so.
What are the ladies saying?
They're actually saying they like the look, they don't like the look. They did. I think Jessica agreed. It does look really nice with the poncho, with the white parts of the poncho to the front more.
Yeah.
And they love this look that you just put on.
Yeah, this was super cute.
Yeah.
So anyways, I just realized that when I was younger, I felt a lot more freedom. And this is when I talked, earlier when I said that Lorena has seen the Matrix. I am now starting to see the Matrix, that all of these rules that we impose on ourselves for how we dress and how we're perceived and everything, it's not real. Like, we can do whatever we want. And in which case, why wouldn't you go back to feeling the joy that you felt when you were a child, when you were playing dress up? If it really doesn't matter, and people are going to say things anyway, and as long as you are your most authentic self, who cares what people say? Then why not go back to having fun, right? So, yeah, I think that's where we landed. It was kind of like
that was the epiphany.
Yeah, when you do the math, you realize none of it matters. Like, following the rules doesn't matter. Having the brand names doesn't matter. So what does matter? Your values, and what brings you joy. That's all that matters. I mean, and not hurting other people and like all the moral things. This is really sweet together, Shefali.
Thank you.
I really love that. I did not think it was going to look so good because this is a brighter, more Tiffany blue, and then this is a muted color.
But it makes the caftan pop, actually.
It really does, and I do love this caftan.
Yeah,
this
it's stunning. Even if it didn't work together, I just had to show you guys this caftan.
Yeah, it's so pretty. So this color here is not a blue. It's definitely a purple. This in here is a sky blue, and this is a navy, not a black. But up here, it's a black. And what other colors? This is probably Nochi, that kind of like a nut color. There it is right there as well with the black. This is a Monday, Tuesday piece. So anyways, I think what we've decided was that part of the reason that we love Sorry Not Sorry and that we think our customers love Sorry Not Sorry is because even if you go into Sorry Not Sorry thinking, oh, this is very practical, this is going to be great on my vacation because it's practical. Once you put it on, you feel that childhood joy again of fabric and color and wanting to dress up and feeling free and effortless dressing and kind of floating through life again. And that's that feeling that we all miss so much. And that was kind of the big epiphany that we figured out as we were doing these, is that's what it's really about. It's about recapturing that joy of childhood that we tuck away when we try to become these adults that fit a certain mold.
Yeah.
And we don't have to.
We actually really don't
We really don't have to. So why not go and retrieve that joy again? I love this. This is twirl worthy. Yeah. This is something that would make you spin. So pretty. So anyways, that was some deep thinking. Sorry guys. You might need a drink after all that. I fully understand.
We had a bunch of ladies say they love hearing your story. Rebecca says, go back to having fun while being comfortable. And Jane says, I was never a rule follower. And Morag says, and wearing art.
And wearing art, because why not? And if you were buying art, so here, Priya's preaching again. If you were buying art, who do you buy it for? If you're buying art to go in your home, do you buy art that brings you joy, or do you buy art that brings your guests joy? And I guess maybe there's a little bit of both. In my guest room, maybe I would bring art that brings my guests joy, but in my house, it's what brings me joy.
Well, who has to see it every day, right?
Yeah.
You have to live in your house every day. If your guests had to live in your house every day, that's a different story. But fundamentally, I think the whole point is that don't you spend all of your life trying to reach a certain thing. When do you ever stop reaching that and just go, I am happy, I'm just going to do whatever?
Yeah.
I also feel like I grew up not ever being given the opportunity to just say, I don't want to do any of these things. I just want to do whatever I want. Because what I want is not even that.
No.
What I want is to just be genuine.
I think this is one of the longer sleeve ones.
It is, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think that it's just that whole realization that we think that there are all these rules, and they really, really don't exist. They really don't. If you go in with confidence, this is pretty together. If you go in with confidence, it doesn't matter. And if dressing in a way that is like art that brings you joy, that you're going to get so much more credibility for being such an authentic person.
You will be.
And you have to find your inner authentic self in order to show yourself as you really are, right? You have to trust that it's okay to be vulnerable, because that's their problem, right? It's not yours.
And you have to be totally okay with that.
Yeah. I think it's where we're headed, right? As we get older. And I've been seeing a lot of posts about that as well, about how you get to a certain age and you're kind of like, I don't care. I really just don't care. I want to live my best life. So anyways, so many deep thoughts, but it's because we've been thinking deep. And hopefully you will enjoy the email series, which is written in a lot with more images and less discussion.
And lots of comments. Okay. So people really loved the looks that we've been putting together.
Yeah, these are so sweet.
They love the caftan that you showed with the teal.
Love it.
The caftan is gorgeous. I bet a lot of us always look for one-of-a-kind clothes, says Mrs. Ears.
Yeah.
Heather says, I love textiles, in all caps.
Yeah.
Silk is a whole another level.
Yeah.
And Jessica says, definitely floating through life joyfully and comfortably. Yeah. Rebecca says, and I've just shared it on our feed, I've been combining Sorry Not Sorry and Britton Walker Casbah every day for the past 2 weeks. I wear joy and color and comfort every single day.
And it's so easy. And
Morag, Rebecca says, yes, floaty. Morag says, it is the unique artistry, one-of-a-kind pieces that makes my heart sing.
Yeah.
And Jessica says, definitely Morag. And Jane says, yep, I don't care, and I live how I want with my candy store purchases from Sorry Not Sorry. Oh. And Jessica says, absolutely, Jane.
Yeah, it's so nice, but it's that freedom to indulge in those childhood type things. So, okay, I promise this is the last thinky thing, but I heard a song.
Also, Corey just said this baby doll is lovely. I know, that's why I showed it.
Is absolutely stunning. Like
oh my God, Priya.
It's matching.
I didn't know it was matching.
I thought you knew. This is like the same one.
I genuinely had no idea.
Oh, well, there you go.
Oh my God.
So, yeah, so I heard this song again today.
Short side to the front.
Short side to the front. So I heard this song again today that I hadn't heard since I was young, really young. I was so young, actually, that I had to have it explained to me. The song from the 70s is called Taxi. Called Taxi, and it's by Harry Chapin. I feel like I'm in class. Raise your hand if you know this song. Guys, like it or something if you know it, because if you know it,
Like it or something.
like it or something, so I know you know what we're talking about. The song is Taxi by Harry Chapin.
Let us know in the comments if you guys know
Yeah,
that
if
song.
you know the song or not. But I heard it again, and it really hit different now that I'm grown up, because the first time I heard that, I would have been like 6 or 7, and I had to have somebody explain to me how he wanted to be a pilot, and he kind of was a pilot because he was flying because he was stoned all the time. I actually, when I heard this song, Shafali, I Googled the lyrics, and I was going to send them to you and say, here's the lyrics, listen to this song. And then I'm like, she's got a day off. She doesn't
I would have
care.
listened to it.
I knew you would have.
You
You're
know-
so sweet.
There's a song called Jamaica Funk by, I don't remember his name, but this is a one-hit wonder. He made this song, and then he became a pilot afterwards.
Really?
Yeah. So Jane said he died too young.
Harry Chapin,
Yeah.
right? So this song, I'm going to pause to tell you about this song. And guys, Google it and listen to it if you have a chance. So it's the story about this guy, and it's snowing outside. It's Christmas Eve. And he stops his taxi to pick up this beautiful woman wearing a gown. And the snow is kind of messing up her gown. And, he brings her into the taxi, and he looks at her, and he says, "Oh, don't I know you?" And she takes one look at him because, he's a scruffy taxi driver, and she's this upper class person. And it's in San Francisco, and she lives on Parkside Drive. So
of course.
Right? She's money.
Oh,
But she's alone on Christmas Eve.
Oh.
Right? Okay. So he says to her, "Do I know you?" And she's like, "No." And she's like, this guy. And so she has a look at his face then through the rearview mirror, and she sees the name on his license, like his taxi license. And she pauses and she says, "Hello, Harry." And he said, "Hello, Sue." And it turns out they had dated when they were really young, and they were in school. And they had kind of discovered love, but not really, in the backseat of a car. So, grade 7 fumbling, right? Like nothing meaningful, but,
Hand
hand-holding, whatever. So they had kind of drifted apart. And his plan was that he wanted to be does anybody recognize this song? I hope I'm not just...
Yeah, they are. They know the song.
They know the song.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
good. Okay, so he decides he wants to be a pilot, and, he goes off and he lives the rest of his life. She decides she wants to be an actress, and she goes off and lives the rest of her life. So now, so many years later, they meet in this cab. And he says to her, he's dropping her off, and he says kind of at the end of the song, like, she wanted to be an actress, and I wanted to be a pilot. And look at us now. We both got what we wanted, because she's an actress in this life where she's pretending to be the beloved wife in this beautiful, big, perfect home. Meanwhile, she's alone on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
And he is a pilot because he's getting stoned all the time, and he's flying stoned. But I was thinking about it more, and it's actually that they were both young, and all they could dream of was escape. And his escape was being a pilot, and her escape was being an actress. And he actually, I guess, did escape, because...
But she did too, right?
Did she, though? Because she's still trapped.
No, but she escaped what was there before. What she escaped was the past. She's a different person.
But she's not happy with who she is.
But she doesn't...
And neither is he.
Right? But I don't think that I have a friend, as we've talked about, that you and I have talked about, Priya, where this person is basically in a situation like this, right? They have escaped what they were before and this identity they had before, because they didn't want to be stuck there. That's what they felt like. They were stuck.
Yeah.
And now inadvertently, in this new identity this person has, they are also stuck.
Yeah. Yeah. So they have...
And they never learned that they are actually unhappy in both until very recently, or until something hit them where they realized,
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
they might not be that happy.
Yeah.
When they've had to be forced or faced with
Because
realization.
they pretended to be happy.
Exactly. And
Right,
then I
and-
would turn that to the friend.
Yeah. So that was the part that really I didn't understand as a kid. So I understood the part about him wanting to be a pilot and how he escaped life instead of flying by getting high and escaping reality. But I never really understood, except that she was sad and alone, that she was also just as in denial about her life, because she was so busy being perfect right? The right house, the right gown, the right family, the
Yeah.
right lifestyle. But she's not happy. And I guess it really hit different after everything that we've been talking about, you can have the Chanel clothing, you can have all the things, list the things, have the things. But is that going to make you happy? What's going to make you happy is dealing with your stuff. And this is beautiful together, Shafali. Dealing with your stuff and not being fake, like acknowledging what you really want.
It's actually what Morag said here. Escape is not what we need to do. Growing and embracing ourselves is vital.
It is.
He has a song called 30,000 Pounds of Bananas. We'll need to listen to that later.
Oh, I will definitely have to listen to that.
And Carol said she only knew Cats in the Cradle. Taxi is new to her. Carol
So
says
Cats
that's
in the Cradle, I think, is a different artist. Cats in the Cradle is not Harry Chapin. It's Cat Stevens.
It is Cat Stevens,
yes.
I think.
Who later changed religions and he has a Muslim name as well. This is really soft, guys.
It is really soft. And Carol says, that's a lot of banana bread.
Yeah.
And Marjorie says she gives him a generous tip, which he accepts.
Yeah. Oh my God, I totally forgot that part. Of course. So important. So he drops her off, and the fare came to $2.50. And because it was the 70s. And she gives him a $50 bill and says, Harry, keep the change. And he said, another man would have been offended, or another man might have been hurt. But me, I just took the money because I knew I was going to spend it on drugs anyways. Like, basically, that's what he says. And it's just, like, it's such a simple story, but it's so filled with
There's a lot in there.
There's a lot there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You really have to hear it, Shafali. Like, it's kind of gut-wrenching. But I never really appreciated it until you hear it as an adult and you realize how many choices people have and,
That's happened to me a lot recently. I've started listening. A long time ago, I used to listen to the Shins album. I've been listening to the Shins. This is they're kind of like a rock country band.
This is beautiful together.
Thank you. So I love this side. So the top, it has this really great kind of asymmetrical. I love when the saris do that kind of cutting pattern style.
Look at that.
And this cardigan actually has more of a traditional pattern to it, but I just thought they were so fun together.
So
Priya's so
pretty.
excited. I could tell because she's moving around really fast.
Yes, I do love it.
But yeah, so they have this album called Shoots Too Narrow. So it's actually created by the singer of the band. I think he wrote a lot of the songs after going through a really bad relationship. And I never actually really understood the songs. I always knew that they were sad but really beautiful.
Yeah.
But I never really understood them until I listened to this album this year.
Once you've been through some stuff.
Once I've been through exactly what he went through. And then I was listening to it and I was like, oh, I completely understand.
Yeah. It does hit different, eh? Yeah. Like, you just see so much more. It's interesting. So, I know this has been a very introspective one. I'm sorry, ladies. So
the ladies are liking it.
Are they? I'm glad. So, because this has all been on my mind so much, I was back at the physiotherapist. They say that I'm doing very well. Yay. Thank you, my physiotherapy team. And they were talking to each other about what gifts the really good-looking physiotherapist guy is going to get his girlfriend in 8 years. And he was asking for advice. And so they were all in the room. I'm just lying there getting my body worked on. I'm kind of a prop in the room. I'm a prop.
In the
room. Two people and then somebody else who's working on something. This is so pretty together, Shafali. I kind of love it. I love this orange with this.
Thank you.
It's gorgeous. I love it. So can they see all the colors here?
Yep.
So I'm lying there and they're talking about this. And one of them makes the mistake of asking, hey, what's the best gift you ever received? So don't I have the best gift story? I'm like, I got a surprise trip to Paris for my 40th birthday. And this takes us right back into the Paris story.
Testing this email everywhere you go.
Everywhere I go. The universe is like, you're not done thinking about, what was that? That was loud, right?
Yeah.
What the heck?
What was that?
I don't know. Ghost?
Did the hanger just come like...
Yeah. That's weird.
I guess the spirits agree.
I guess.
Yeah.
That's very strange. That's really strange. Okay, anyways. So I'm like, I got this amazing trip. And then afterwards, I'm putting on my shoes and they're all hanging out in the kind of reception area. I'm like, guys, I have a picture of me on this trip. Because we've been working on this letter, right? I think this piece here, you guys haven't seen yet. We just put it online. It wasn't online before. So I pull it out and they're asking me about this trip. And I'm like, yeah, we stayed at my husband. We were only gone for 3 days, but he decided that we were going to go all out. So we stayed at the Paris Ritz in Place Vendôme. And, we ate at the Hotel Crillon. We really had a good time. How is this not sold? This is gorgeous.
And
Black
it's
and white
so
photo.
soft, guys.
There is no is this even online? PRC 5619.
I'm looking.
It is such a no-brainer. It's so soft.
Yeah, it's online.
It's so beautiful. You would wear this like on vacation every day. Wow.
Heather says, I love this gray duster. Tell me more.
Okay, this gray duster is so beautiful. So anyways, I'm talking to them and they're like, oh my God, that sounds so great. That sounds perfect. And they're all sweet young things, right? They're all under 30. So this is the gray duster. It's got different shades of gray through here. I'm going to say it's a little bit moving towards taupe in this area, but mostly, and in down here, but mostly it's different shades of gray. I would say that there is not a purple cast to it, which normally there is. Mm-hmm. It's an argyle print, and it's ridiculously soft. It's a crepe silk, and this is how they look together.
Very cool to think of an argyle print, sorry.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I should show them the fabric up close. So this is, can they see it?
Yep.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. So, so pretty. Would love to wear it backwards. I'm sure we figured out a way to wear this backwards. There's always a way. We'd figure it out. You know we would, if we really wanted to. So they're talking about how fabulous it would be to go on this trip. And I'm looking at them and I'm like, guys, I know it looks really, really exciting and wonderful. And yes, everybody should do something like frivolous and crazy like this. But the lives that you have now and the things that you're doing with your significant others, the simple things like baking cookies. And I said, what you're seeing in this whole Paris trip, that's Instagram life. That's not real life. Real life is the stuff you do every single day. But we've been taught to believe that this Instagram life, this brand name, doing the things, that has value. And having been there, it's lovely, but it's not where value lies. So that was the end of my preachiness, because I just saw them so wistful. And I'm like, guys, you don't need to be wistful. You actually have it all. You have youth.
Exactly. The fundamental thing.
The fundamental thing. You have youth and health.
Try the upside down hack, the Judy Dane hack with the duster.
With on top of this?
No, just the duster.
Just like that? I don't know if you can do the upside down one very well with the duster.
Let's see. Let's play around. Real life is luxury, says Sabina.
Yeah, it really is. And we're taught not to believe that that's true. We're taught to believe that, like that girl, that woman in the Taxi song, that, all that perfect stuff she has. That's the good life. Or, not being able to breathe on your vacation wearing Chanel is the good life. That's not the good life.
No.
The good life is sitting at home with your partner or with your kids or with your friends and being yourself and knowing that yourself is loved. Mm-hmm. That's the good life. Mm-hmm. And you don't see that on Instagram being revered. And I kind of think that this brand is more about being that true, honest, not living for pretense, living, not being an actress, mm-hmm. not being an actress. It's all coming together now, right? Like living your life not as an actress. Yeah. Okay, so I don't think you can do the Dame Judy hack with the Shefali.
I know that we have before. I think you just kind of have to adjust your arms. Yeah.
I don't think we've done it. Okay, well, you'd have to cut off the tag here because this all goes inside out. And it doesn't look bad because of the French seams.
What if you took the end of that? You know how the end is falling on the side there?
Yeah.
No.
I think you have to do Margot's hack. The one that I showed you guys earlier.
So I was thinking you do Margot's hack, but you know the origami hack that she does?
Yeah, that one, yeah.
But you do that with the back to front still.
Oh.
Like you do the upside down hack, and then at those ends you bring it up like the Margot hack.
That's how it goes like that. But do it upside down.
So do the upside down hack again.
Okay.
Susan says, I love your wisdom.
Thank you.
And Amy says, influencer culture is rough. It's not normal to do clothing hauls every week either. Agree.
Oh.
Love and health equals a good life. And silk.
Well, I like to think that the silk and the excitement and the art and the individuality and the color
It's a reflection of life.
remind you
Yeah.
that life is beautiful.
Well,
It's not making your life beautiful, it's reminding you that life is beautiful.
well, that's what art and culture does, right?
Right, yeah, true. So this time I didn't pull it down, I kind of just bunched it all up at the neck.
And I like it. It's good. I kind of like how much flounce it's giving in the front here.
Yeah, the fabric is really
Yeah.
pretty. This would be beautiful over like a simple sheath dress. Yeah, it's adorable. You'd have to get rid of this. This piece, by the way, was sewn by Ajay.
Ajay, thank
Thank you,
Ajay.
Yeah, it's so
That's
pretty.
beautiful, Chris.
This is a beautiful piece. Okay, enough deep and meaningful. It's because, guys, we've done nothing but think deep and meaningful things for the last 2 weeks to get to the essence of why it is that we love Sorry Not Sorry, why we love it. And I think it is that it brings you that freedom, that joy that is undervalued these days.
Mm-hmm.
True joy is undervalued.
We don't appreciate true joy the way we should. I think that like the world is moving so fast that we think that joy should be something that only kids have time for.
Yeah.
And now even kids aren't given that time because they have social media to remind them that their time should be with other
Oh,
things.
and that they're not measuring up.
Exactly.
Let's not forget it has social media to remind them that they're not good enough. So here's another high-low top. I love a good high-low top. Yeah, which is why we were saying that Sorry Not Sorry is like that childhood joy, but all grown up.
Mhm.
So that's kind of where we landed with the whole thing. We both had a aha moment and thought, yes, that is why we love Sorry Not Sorry. This is a cute little juxtaposition here. So this
Stripes
is
on
mostly
stripes.
grays.
Yeah.
And then this, it does have the gray, but it has the yellow underneath it. But I think it works. So I should be able to wear this backwards too.
Mhm.
Can't do it with the vest, but you can definitely do it with this. And I did do this actually. I wore one of my tops the other day. I wore a high-low top backwards like this, and then I just wore a really long duster over it.
And I love this duster. It's a very unique color pattern.
Well, especially that right
Yeah.
there. It's stunning.
Very particular. That's
It's
what I love
soft,
about
so
it.
soft. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I love it with the blue in the front.
Yeah.
It's
Yes,
stunning.
that flower right there. That's stunning. It's stunning.
Do a tie, do the Jackie hack in the center.
Okay. Jackie, this one goes out to you. The
A little
Jackie.
bit lower, Priya. Yeah.
Here. What?
It's sheer. No, Clara, it's not sheer. They're both crepe silks.
Yes, they are both crepe silks.
I'm in my second childhood, says Morag.
Oh, I'm so happy for you. We
Aw.
all should be. Yeah, look at that. How sweet that is together.
That's beautiful.
Gorgeous. Wow. Love it. Love it. Maybe just a little bright necklace. Little necklace moment.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Yeah. I wonder when that, I've been, as we all know, I've been watching Mad Men. And I think that era, the 60s, when advertising started and marketing started, is when we lost our sense
In that
of,
level, yeah.
yeah, where we lost our understanding of what we actually love and started loving what we were told would make us happy. And I think it's time to get back to what actually makes us happy. Not what people say we should be happy about. So lately my kids have been growing, as they do, as children will.
Children grow.
They do grow. And
Interesting.
as they grow, their life, they experience things. And I have been, as I talk to them, pausing, and as they tell me their stories, and I say, can we just take a minute together to realize, for Mira, it's doing well in school again, that, you held this belief for so long that school was too hard for you. Can we just take a moment to live in this moment of seeing that belief is not true, right? That, look at exactly who you are. You hold this belief, but it's not supported by evidence. In fact, it's supported by so much evidence to the contrary, but you don't look at that evidence to the contrary.
Because there's fear.
Because there's fear, and because sometimes you don't even know that you hold a belief, right? It's just there. It's just sitting in it's
such a part of you for so long.
Yeah, it's like a wall. You don't look at the wall. You just think
you're like, oh, it's a wall. Cool.
It's a wall.
Great.
So, and I've been doing the same with Henna. Henna just had a birthday, and it was a lovely birthday. We didn't get out to see her in Ottawa, but it turns out she had so many friends who showed up for her. And when she was a kid, she had some friends. She was the victim of some bullying. Sorry, Henna. I think most kids were victims of bullying at some point, so I don't think, I don't think that's shocking. Yeah. But I said to her, can we just take a moment to acknowledge that you are loved? Despite any belief that you are valued, you are loved, you are worthy, and without anybody else, interfering. It's not your mom telling you. These are a bunch of people who have met you and feel like you deserve love. Let's just take a moment and appreciate that. And this is how it ties into Sorry Not Sorry. I think when we wear our Sorry Not Sorry, we feel good. We feel joy. Mm-hmm. We feel a little fun, a little whimsical, like we could spin.
Yeah. And
we don't stop to actually take a moment to say, oh my gosh, I feel that wonderful feeling right now. And this helped me to remember this feeling and to pause and live in it. And I think the silks, because they're so tactile and they're so bright, they really do force you into the moment to realize how happy they make you. So yeah, really, sorry guys. I'm just doing a lot of introspection right now. I kind of love these together. Morag, this was the poncho that you were asking me to try on with. It was a different cardigan. I think you already saw pictures of that, but here it is with another piece.
Morag commented, actually, this is so Scooby-Doo, I can't believe it hasn't sold.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
And actually, do you mind humoring me and moving the poncho so that some of the brown is to the front?
Yeah.
I'm just curious. And Jane says, absolutely, that's how I feel in my silks. And Sabina says, "Oh, Priya, those are powerful words of wisdom."
We don't stop to acknowledge.
Keep preaching the truth, Priya.
Thank you. And I'm sorry I'm preaching. But I really, as I get older, realize that we don't stop to celebrate and acknowledge, like, to our minds and say, this is a good thing. And this means this, which goes contrary to all my belief systems. Mm-hmm. Okay, what do we think?
I also like that too.
I do. I think in this case, I'm going to say in the will they or won't they, I'm going to say they won't. And I'll tell you why. I kind of love this piece by itself. And I feel that the colors in here, even though there is some true blue, there's some Evia there.
Yeah.
It has a lot of teal, but not the same shade of teal as this.
And you can get away with it more when it's the other way.
Yeah. So this, I think it's because the teal on this has an undertone of almost a mint.
Yeah.
Like a sagey mint. Whereas this one is just a pure white, and that's where you release. Even though the blues are the same and the teals are the same, the background makes it look different. So, but both really cute pieces. We're almost done. We're down to the last two. What time is it?
Oh, we're doing great. It's 9:35.
Oh, that's really good. I promise I won't be this preachy next week, guys. Nobody likes it when people preach. It's so fun.
I actually think that the ladies do like it because I don't know. We're not saying anything that's so god awful, right? We're talking. We're basically like The View if The View was
about clothing.
No, I was gonna actually say if The View was more down to earth and if we weren't all multi-million celebrities.
Yeah.
I feel like it's very hard when you're watching TV shows like that. Like, yeah, they're fun, they're dramatic, they're silly, everyone's laughing, but it also is kind of frustrating because you're seeing these beautiful women over time and over generations become more beautiful with filler and all of whatever, and then they're falling for these trends. And then the topics they talk about, I feel like eventually you get to a point where we're like, when are you going to talk about something that's actually worth my while rather than like, did you see what happened on Instagram? It's like the Wendy Williams show. Like, it's funny, but then you get to a certain point in life where you're like, why am I watching the Wendy Williams show?
I don't know. I wonder, like, you're young to have already figured that out. Most of us are entertained by the nonsense. I think until we're so much older.
Well, I will say though, Priya knows this about me, guys. Unfortunately, I am not at liberty to disclose this due to a lot of reasons, but I have had so much nonsense in my life as a child that I have asked myself, why is there nonsense?
Why is there nonsense? Yeah. This is beautiful together, Siobhan. Oh, wait. I'm not sure if I like how long that is at the back.
So this was a piece that I thought you could play around with because I know that there are some length issues.
I do love the colors together.
Heather said, it's the Priya show. Keep the talk coming.
Thank you so much, guys. Unfortunately, you get to hear all the stuff that's been floating around in my brain all week. And this week has been very introspective. Yeah. And I feel like as we get closer to the holidays, somebody commented on the Swap and Sell group that there was something that was overwhelming. And I just had so much empathy for that person. I find that this time of year is overwhelming just in and of itself. If nothing were coming at you, you would still feel overwhelmed. There's just so much. So yeah, I think it's that time of year as well. There's just a lot going on. I think we all need more cookies. Cookies would make everything better.
And shortbread.
A little bit of shortbread, a little bit of sugar cookie, maybe one of those Italian cookies that has almonds and has the sugar on top.
Gingerbread cookies.
Gingerbread cookies are very nice, especially the ones that are Starbucks ones that are kind of chewy on the inside. Very good. Yeah, I do love this together. I don't know that I would buy both of them, but if I happen to have both of them in my closet, I would wear them together. And I think I would probably pair them with navy. Like, it's just a cute little, why not? Do you dare me to wear this?
Yeah.
Watch me. It's like it is not so out there that I'm afraid to take this risk. Let's see this way. My cousin Anita was telling me, actually. She's, you know Anita, my cousin. So
I do know.
You know Anita. So she's a few years older than I am. I think she's probably 5 years older than I am. 4 or 5 years. So she was telling me a few years ago, she goes, I don't know what's happening to me, but I've become less and less filtered. I just say exactly what I think.
Oh, the Anita Rampage. Remember?
Yeah. The Anita Rampage was really funny. So she was at a picnic, and I don't even think, so, okay.
I think you need to preface this with the.
So she was at a picnic, and at family picnics, there's always a lot of hypocrisy. And I'm sure that that's in every culture. That's not just Brown thing. I think you go there and you hear people say things, and you kind of go
consecutively eye roll.
Yeah, you're eye rolling in your head, right? And then she was just having none of it that day, and we were joking around that she was going around with a gun and a bouquet of flowers, and every once in a while she'd walk up to somebody, start a conversation, it'd be pew 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 pew, and then flowers for some people. Some people get pew 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 and flowers pew 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 pew. Like, it was just, you didn't know what was coming. But she said that as she's getting older, she feels like she's so much more unfiltered. That, you know, it's not that she's not just saying whatever, but she's not afraid to say anything. The fear is gone that used to stop her from speaking her mind. And I wonder if that's something our ladies are feeling too, because I'm starting to feel it.
No disconnection between the brain and the mouth is what Jackie said.
Yeah.
Jade said, oh, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And I wanted to just, I shared this comment on the feed, but Rebecca Logan had said a bit ago, she said, this has been an interesting conversation, and occasional introspection should be the norm. It keeps us honest.
Yeah.
And Rebecca says, once again, we run out of F's to give.
Yeah.
That's for
that
sure,
is so
friends.
true. Actually, who said that?
Rebecca Logan.
Rebecca, I just saw Cheval, you're going to need to help me on this.
Okay.
Okay, in the Lemonade album by Beyonce,
okay,
there is a woman who is a speaker about women's rights. And she says, a woman is, you know, this, and a woman is that. And then it kind of goes into a song.
Oh,
Do you know her name? It starts with a CH and it's very
hold
long.
on. Do you remember the song name?
I don't need the song name. I wish I knew the speaker name because I feel like she deserves to have her name told. I just don't remember what it is. I just know it to see it.
There's Freedom. It's Hattie White.
No, it's not her. There's someone else. It has a CH.
That's in the song Freedom.
No, it's another song.
Okay,
Ooh, so beautiful.
Let me list all the songs in this album.
So anyways, I saw her on this talk show and she was talking about aging. I was going to share it with you guys, but she uses the F word. And I thought, is that too much for my ladies? But she was talking about how as she gets older, she realizes this and she realizes that. And it's all so meaningful. And then she goes, and then I look into my bag of fucks and I have no fucks left to give. I was like, whoa, so much truth coming out of the mouth of someone who is intellectually wise. And she's like, and when I look into my bag of fucks, I realize there are no fucks left to give. It was just so crazy to hear her say that. So Rebecca, I hear you. And I've heard it before. I feel like that might be the voice of the masses that keeps coming at me. This is beautiful.
Yeah, I had to show this one.
Holy moly, is this gorgeous. And look at all the colors in here. We've got purple, we've got orange, we've got mustard, we've got black, obviously, and we have this beautiful blue. It is definitely a Monday, Tuesday piece. Here's our Monday. Here's our Tuesday. This is beautiful, and it's so soft. Oh, and this side looks totally different because you mostly see the red.
Yeah.
As opposed to that one. This is stunning. How is this still here? I have no idea because this would be like my go-to fall piece in my closet.
Amy says, you can share it with me. No delicate ears here. Sabina says, that's funny. And Jane says, that's so true. And I also wanted to say, Michelle L says, sorry, not sorry pieces make me feel alive. Marilyn says, about the Fs, listen to Slim Sherry.
Okay. Okay, I will do that. And if I find that clip again, I'll share it with you guys. Seeing as it sounds like you guys can handle it.
So I'm going to list all the lyrics, all the songs in Lemonade. Pray You Catch Me.
No.
Hold Up.
No.
Don't Hurt Yourself.
No.
Sorry.
No.
6 Inch.
No.
Daddy Lessons.
No.
Love Drought.
No.
Sandcastles.
No.
Forward.
This is in Lemonade?
Yeah.
Okay, keep going. Forward. It might be Forward.
Forward.
Is that the one that
James
you said?
Blake. It's a minute long. Is it a short song?
It's somebody speaks at the beginning of it.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if you remember what the name is.
No, it's not Forward. Keep going.
Freedom.
That's the one where you said was Hattie someone?
Yeah, it's Jay-Z's grandma.
Okay, yeah, I know that one.
Yeah.
She talks about life being, she made lemonade.
Yeah. All Night.
No.
Formation.
No.
That's it.
That's the whole album?
Yeah, and then there's bonus songs. There's Sorry, and then there's Formation. That's it.
Okay, I will find this out, ladies.
Is it maybe in her new one?
No, it's not.
It's not Renaissance?
It's not in Renaissance. And it says like a woman should be this and a woman should be that, and she's speaking with this very, very rich African accent. I want to say Nigerian, but what do I know? Well, only because I know somebody else who's Nigerian who has like a very similar accent, but I don't know if that accent is also similar.
Or like Ghanaian or something. Yeah,
I don't know. So she has the same accent as my Nigerian friend, but that does not mean she's Nigerian. But yeah, it starts with a CH. She's actually a very, very famous speaker on women's rights and the value of women. But I thought that, like, when I've heard so many intellectual things come out of her mouth, and then to hear so serious, and I'm leaning in, right?
Is it Pretty Hurts?
Could be.
I feel like that it might be Pretty Hurts. Hold on.
Okay, I'm in love. Absolutely in love with this. Yeah, and then she's
so the intro, right?
Yeah, and she's so serious. And then to hear this, and she's like, she looks into her bag, and I'm like, oh, she's looking into her bag. This is gonna be very important. And I have no fucks left to give. I'll find out.
This is a controversial combination for sure. Okay, how do you feel about this?
I love this. Do you not love it?
I love it, but the ladies do.
Ladies don't love it? Oh my God, it's
So Carol is
so
saying
beautiful.
no. Jackie is saying it's a terrible combination.
Oh my God, really?
I will say, guys, I think you have to see these two in person because in person they really work. They really do. I love these pieces, but not at the same time.
Oh my God, it's got to be the lighting then.
Yeah, I think so.
Honestly, it's this stripe, and then this, and then you got the floral over here. It's really something.
I
That's
felt pretty
funny.
genius for putting these pieces together.
I
I'm not
feel
gonna
like you were
lie.
pretty genius for putting these pieces
Thank you.
together. I am also not lying.
Mrs. Ear says, I just found out that I do not have the time, energy, or inclination to sugarcoat. Either just say it or walk away.
Yeah. So seeing as I'm in business, I am going to have to continue to be able to sugarcoat a little bit. But you know, the way I do it is I give people the benefit of the doubt. I honestly believe that sometimes people are having the worst day ever.
It's flawless.
Is it flawless?
Yeah, but that's not in Lemonade. So it's a Chimanda.
That's her. That's
Yeah.
her. Oh, what album is that from?
One of her older ones. Chimananda, yeah.
Chimamanda. I knew it was a name I was not going to. And is she Nigerian?
Yeah,
Right?
she is Nigerian.
I
Congratulations.
thought so. Thank you. But
So
yeah.
in Flawless, she says, hold on.
You're gonna sing until you find it.
I'm gonna find it.
Okay, let's just take
So
a beverage break.
it takes from the TED Talk that
Yes.
Chimnanda did at TED Houston in April 2013, which forms the second verse of the song. We teach girls to shrink themselves to make
Let's
themselves
slower and
smaller.
louder, because everyone has to hear.
Oh,
this.
okay.
Say it loud.
We teach girls to shrink themselves to make themselves smaller. We say to girls, you can have ambition, but not too much. You should aim to be successful, but not too successful. Otherwise, you will threaten the man. Because I am female, I am expected to aspire to marriage. I'm expected to make my life choices, always keeping in mind that marriage is the most important. Now marriage can be a source of joy and love and mutual support. But why do we teach girls to aspire to marriage and we don't teach boys the same? We raise girls to see each other as competitors, not for jobs or for accomplishments, which I think can be a good thing, but for the attention of men. We teach girls that they cannot be sexual beings in the way that boys are. Feminist, the person who believes in the social, political, and economic equality of the sexes.
She's quite brilliant.
She is an incredible author.
She is an incredible author. She's an incredible speaker. And after hearing that, you can understand why I was so surprised when she looked into her bag of fucks and realized she didn't have any. Because she's so darn insightful and articulate. That sounded like something I would say, or Shafali would say. And we're not her. So there you go, guys. Thank you so much for joining us and letting me ramble on and on about all the things.
So before we end this off, I just have to quickly say, Other Princess says you have to see The Matrix with this silk match, which is so true.
Yeah.
And Claire did say that she digged the match.
Oh,
Thank you, Claire.
Thank you, Claire. Thank you, Claire. Yes, maybe it is a Matrix match. I don't know. I'm still kind of a matchy-matchy person. It makes me feel safe. But I am inspired by Lorena and her absolute abandon, where she just says, this brings me joy. To be able to just be that, that's the dream. That is the dream. I'm aspiring.
All right.
Okay.
Final thoughts before we end off this night. What has been your favorite will they, won't they, will they set for the night?
So guys, it's a tie. Whoops. This one, yes, because you guys have no idea how funky this looks together. It's special. And then I think my other one is a little more obvious. It's this red set. Because I wasn't expecting these to look so good together.
Yeah.
And when they were layered over top of each other, the way that they dressed each other up, and it became almost like a gown, like a gown tunic type thing, but very, very elegant and very high fashion without having to sacrifice comfort.
Mm-hmm.
This was a real surprise to me. Which was yours, Shafali?
So There's actually quite a few. I still personally believe, due to the fact that it was so controversial, this last one is my fundamental favorite. I don't know what it is, but there's something about this combination. I have seen like a lot of haute couture designers do combinations like this together in the 90s. And when I saw this caftan and then I saw this duster, I was like, yeah, we have to do this.
It's the stripe.
Yeah, it's the stripe. And it's such a unique combination. It's like, I don't know. I just love it. I know it's so controversial, but that's kind of what I love about it.
And
what's your absolute won't they? The movie ends in tragedy. She finds another love.
She runs away and gets hit by a bus.
Exactly.
That
yes.
one? Okay. Actually,
so
this
joy and happiness are not the same. Sabina did love the match.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I can also see that.
Yeah.
And Jackie said the deep blue caftan and the light duster.
Oh yeah, that was
a really nice one.
This one, can they see it? This one, this was spectacular.
Thank you.
That really, really. Let me look at that.
It's a no-brainer.
Oh my god, so beautiful. Okay, ladies, I have kept you long on a Friday night. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your weekend and that you are warm and cozy if you're in a cold place, or cool and fresh if you're in a warm place. Take care, everybody. We will see you next week. Bye.